nemesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never posed. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia does 1.2 pay-per-view buys. I mean, that's according to sources. So we're going to take a look, and then we'll discuss it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take also the gate generated 22.8 million. So this is a tweet from Michael Benson. It says Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia reportedly generated a gate money from ticket sales around 22.8 million, the 5th largest in Las Vegas history. And so you see that right there, and you see the source. What's that's like? IDEC Boxing or something.
Those gentlemen.
What'd you say, G?
No, I said salute to those gentlemen. That's what's up.
Yep. And so now we're going to look at the report about the pay-per-view buys. And this is Michael Benson. Oh, again, I go to the same tweet. Is it the same tweet? Hold up. So here it is. Michael Benson tweets, Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia reportedly did just over 1.2 million U.S. pay-per-view buys, according to IDEC Boxing. And so, you know, G bought most of those pay-per-views trying to order on his own, but we're going to leave that alone for a second. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys in the USA for Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. G, what's your reaction to that? And 22.8 million for the gate.
Yeah. So first and foremost, salute to both gentlemen. 1.2 seems really, really high, but only reason why I'm willing to entertain it is because, like, you know, I ordered most of the fights, right? And when I ordered this fight, couple of my people showed up. Normally these guys, they're like casuals. They only show up for the big fights. And they hit me up for this fight. So if there was a huge buzz for the Tank Ryan Garcia fight. You know what I mean? So but hold on, let me just backtrack too. Because you know, my foolish self wanted to see the fight so bad I ended up ordering it like 5 times. But lo and behold, I got a full refund. So that 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, I don't know. I'm looking at it kind of funny style because I'm like, I knew there was like a couple hundred, you know what I mean? Like there was a lot of people that had issues that I had. The same issues that I had ordering, they did. So if they gave me a full refund, I like to imagine they gave a lot of other people full refunds. So then it kind of makes you wonder, like, how many did they actually really sell? You know, so that 1.2 might go down to like 1 or maybe 100,000. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot of
500,000. Nah, I don't think that many people ordered from the zone.
You know what I mean? Nah, probably. You know what I mean? So I just feel like they lost a couple of thousand pay-per-view buys, you know, but nonetheless, man, salute to both gentlemen. And on top of that, I gotta look at it. They said it's the 5th largest in Vegas. Like, were there any other lightweight fights that are up there?
Let me see. I know the list was posted.
Accomplishment within itself, you know.
I can check on it, but
because I know I'm pretty sure he's competing with like Floyd Mayweather. That was, and most of them were probably at welterweight, right? Or maybe
Floyd was at welterweight. But I mean, when you say he's competing against Floyd Mayweather, you act like Floyd Mayweather was a heavyweight or something.
Nah,
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd was that, you know, Floyd was that dude. So I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
saying, was a welterweight. I mean,
yeah, but shout out to these gentlemen because these guys are lightweights, and you know, usually don't see lightweights producing these type of numbers. So that's what I'm saying. Salute to Tank, salute to Ryan. You know, they putting on for the division, man. So just keep it going.
All right, Ned.
Can I just add?
No,
love to
he
see.
said, "All right, Ned."
Oh,
Hold on. Actually, let me just wait.
No,
Hold on. Let me just put this up real quick because G brought it up. So, yeah. So the number one gate is Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, 72 million. Number two is Mayweather versus McGregor, 55.4 million. Then number three is Canelo versus Golovkin, 27.1 million. Canelo versus Golovkin, 23.5 million. And then Garcia, Davis versus Garcia, 22.8 million. And then Mayweather versus Canelo, 20 million. So that's what's up, man. They got
Yeah, that's a major accomplishment. That's a great look for the lightweight division.
But that's Javante Davis and not Devin Haney doing that.
I beg to differ.
You didn't even have to do that. Yo. Come on, man.
But I'm just saying the undisputed.
He's gonna get there. He gonna get there.
Right.
He next up.
Champion is fighting on pay-per-view. All I'm saying is the undisputed lightweight champion is fighting on pay-per-view May 20th. This is actually me plugging it. So I'm just saying, I'm curious to see what kind of numbers. You said you're the one who brought up the lightweight division. Shout out to the lightweight division. I'm the one pointing out that that's cool. That's what Tank and Ryan did. Now let's see what the man with all the medals, the man with all the belts. Let's see what numbers he pulls out on May 20th.
Pillows.
Don't
forget the pillows.
TVE, go ahead, bro.
Yo, those numbers are significant. I'm not gonna downplay their achievement, but I feel like we live in a world where it's the population is over 7 billion people, and there's got to be more boxing fans than 20. What 20? What was it? 22, 23 million people.
That's the gate.
It's not
That's
a dollar.
how much money they made from people.
No, listen. Let me cook. Because 23 million. How much was the fight again? 23 million. In a world.
Wait, what are you asking? What are you asking?
No,
this is what I'm saying.
Okay, then let him go. Just let him go.
This is what I'm saying. In a world where it's 23. We're not in a world where it's 7 billion people existing on the planet. 23 million compared to that is not that much. When you look at Mayweather's fight, 72 million, that's impressive. 23 million, I'm not knocking it. That's good. That's dope. That's fire. You guys are in the top 5.
Do you understand what the gate is?
Yeah, I do understand what the gate is.
What is the gate?
The pay-per-views was $75.
That's nothing to do with the gate. We were looking at all the numbers for the gate, which means how much money they made off of the people who attended the fight.
Yeah.
Right? So 7 billion people in the world is completely irrelevant because the arena can't.
No, it's not. To watch the fight, though.
The arena can't seat 7 billion people.
No, this is the gate. No, this is pay-per-view. I'm talking about pay-per-view, though.
Pay-per-view, 1.2 million.
Yeah, 1.2 million.
But that was the gate prices, 1.2 million.
Yo, you just
they're not enough. I'm not getting this win over me.
We don't want to win. We just want you to comprehend.
No. I get what y'all saying, but 7 billion people.
It's not about getting a win over you. It's about accuracy.
And then think about this: capacity is capacity. So it doesn't matter about the 7 billion people on planet Earth. If there's not a venue that could cater to 7 billion people, why are you bringing it up?
It's about how much can you charge. It's about supply and demand. So the more people who want to see the fight, the more you can charge for the fight. True. That's what it's about at the end of the day.
I'm saying the numbers of what I just looked at, I didn't read it correctly. Maybe, whatever. It is what it is. But what I'm saying right here, geez, cut it out. I'm about to make my point.
G, don't touch your forehead again, G.
I'm sorry.
Rub your forehead again, G. It's gonna be problems, yes. But what is it? I feel these numbers were inflated. Like G said, he got the fight for free, but he paid for it 7 times. He got all his money back, and they're gonna calculate this number up to
respect.
Whatever. You paid for the fight more than you needed to, and you got your money back, and you watched it for free. So a lot of people watch this fight for free. And I feel when it always go back.
How do you know a lot of people watch the fight for free? Because G got a refund.
Because I watched it for free. If I watched it for free, I know the next man next to me watched it for free.
Losing opinions, man. Ned over here.
It's just him ratting on himself.
I just watched it. That just mean I was in the establishment and someone that was showcasing the fight. But I was able to watch the fight, and if I was able to pay for it in the moment where I was able to watch it, I would have. But I'm just saying, a lot of people had complications with the fight, which was known by G and many others. And these numbers, I feel they're a little inaccurate, but I'm not gonna knock it on the fight. They did these numbers. You got people to buy the fight, but how many people did you refund? How many people did you give the money back to? Just be real with it. Like Showtime in the Zone. Like just be real. Just be honest and upfront with your numbers. Don't sell something. Don't put something out there and just act like this is the exact number. What up, G?
To provide some pushback, it doesn't mean that they're lying. 1.2 million people could have actually did purchase the fight.
Yes, that's what I'm
the
saying.
Zone's error on their end, they may have had to refund some people, but that doesn't mean 1.2 million didn't purchase the fight.
You got refunded for everything. So meaning that doesn't count towards the 1.2 million. So how many people did they have to refund for everything? Meaning,
yeah, I'm not too sure. I agree. I'm not too sure. I'm just saying, but it still doesn't negate the fact that.
So how many people got a free fight?
Yeah,
but you're talking about how many people. If you want to say how many people tuned into the fight, that's cool. They wanted to watch the fight and everything, but the pay-per-view wasn't working. And now they had to give people refunds. So how much did you actually make off of the fight? Yeah, 1.2 million watched the pay-per-view at a point where it worked for them, but they didn't make no money off of it. So this is just oranges and bananas.
Again, you're speculating. You don't know. Like
you got a refund, right?
Yeah.
You keep saying that G got a refund as if that's proof that everyone got a refund.
Exactly.
I'm saying G got don't know the criteria everybody ordered someone got a refund.
Once again, it sets the precedent that G got a refund. People who didn't get the fight got a refund. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Because
is that really a precedent?
For service, and I don't receive it, I want my refund. And shout out to G, because G teach me.
Yeah, I ain't teaching nothing, man.
You the one who taught him, G.
I didn't teach
you. Comes out, G. You
the customer's always right. No, get out of here, G. You taught me the customer's always right. So if you got your refund, I know a lot of people got their refund. So I don't think
G's homeschooling everyone. G's homeschooling.
Like all the times we talk about pay-per-view numbers, and we never see like 1.2 million. We never see the millions. Never see 900,000. It's always like 500K, 300K. We're trying to give them props for 300, 400K pay-per-view buys. But this is dope. It's dope, but there's still an asterisk by it because the Zone, Showtime messed up because they didn't have the platform to show the fight in order. So
hold on, it wasn't Showtime. That was on the Zone side.
No, I'm saying Showtime. They were partners, so they're both accountable for what happened that night. Like Showtime should make sure the Zone was able to show in America, and Europe was supposed to be able to be accountable, show the fight in the UK. So if something happened in the UK and we never heard about it to this day, like the UK fighters never seen this fight, it's on both parties. I'm just saying, you're trying to broadcast a fight across like the world where it's supposed to be a mega fight, where people like, I paid for this fight, I never saw it. They deserve a refund, which is true. But these two parties came together to try to make a mega fight, and multiple people couldn't see the fight. They both held accountable. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I think that it's a good number. There's always possibilities. So every pay-per-view number that's ever been thrown out there, people can dissect it. I guarantee you, for every pay-per-view match there's ever been, someone has gotten a refund here or there. But does that mean that the number is inaccurate? And in this case, there were several people who didn't or had to experience delays receiving the pay-per-view. But again, the headline was Javante Davis versus Ryan Garcia. And gee, you were able to watch that fight, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So if you didn't, if you weren't refunded everything, if you were just refunded the additional purchases, but they kept the money for the actual fight,
I would
that
have been
one
cool with that
purchase,
too. But they
you
gave me
would
back
have been okay
everything.
with that, right?
Yeah, but they gave me back everything. So I was like, hey.
Okay. So there are a number of things that go into it. Like, for example, G's one of the rare people who subscribes to the zone and pays up front for the whole year. G's also someone who's been subscribed to the zone since day one. G's also someone with a platform who could influence people. And so again, I'm just saying you can't necessarily say that they gave everyone their money back. For someone, I know that you tend to take care of your best customers. Like, for example, the cell phone company I'm with, I've been with them for like longer. Like, I've been with them for so many years. They look to take care of your boy. So if I had any issues, they're gonna hit me off because they know I've had their back since day one. And so it could be a matter of the zone looking out for their day ones. Who knows? But to automatically make the assumption that everyone got refunded for a fight they got to watch, I don't necessarily know if that's the case. Could these numbers be inflated? Possibly. But what I will say is it's easy to figure out how many buys there were based on how many people were charged multiple times. So what that means is if you say you had 2 million pay-per-view buys, but you look at the number of people who were charged multiple times and you saw it was 800,000, then you know it's 1.2. So it's real easy to get the actual numbers. It's actually real easy to get refunded because all you have to do is show that this is an event that I only need to purchase one time,
Exactly.
and here it is being purchased 4 times. It's obviously a mistake. So it's easy to get refunded on that. And so again, I don't know. People are going to want to say these numbers are inflated, but G pointed out a number of things. People hit me up and came over to my crib to watch the fight. Like it was a Mayweather, like things that only happened when Mayweather used to fight. The gate, they broke the gate record for Mayweather versus Canelo. Every fight doesn't break a gate record. So that's proof that this fight was bigger than normal. This fight wasn't your average fight. There were several signs of that. So to act like these numbers needed to be inflated, I would just object based on the fact that the stars came out, the casuals came out, like the gate numbers. The gate numbers are indicative of the pay-per-view numbers. Back when people used to go to see fights and break gate records, the fight usually broke 1 million pay-per-view buys. Lo and behold, this is on par with that. I could see if this was a terrible gate and then they came out with these numbers. The gate broke records, and you can't fake the gate. 1 buy 1 ticket. Walk in. The gate broke records. I hear you talking about the zone, but Showtime didn't have any issues, and the zone had. I mean, Showtime didn't have any issues. The zone had the issues, and Showtime was well over 500,000, I believe, for their purchases. So again, I'm just saying, man, people are going to find a way to hate. People are going to find a way to dispute numbers. But at the end of the day, this fight was big. It was huge. And hopefully this fight starts the snowball effect of other fighters trying to make big events, because you see what happens in the sport of boxing when you give fans the fights they want to see. Boxing isn't dead. The fighters are the ones who make the sport less enjoyable for fan experience, but as it's shown, when you give the fans the fights they want to see, the fans are going to come out. So why not give the fans what they want to see? And Tank and Ryan did that. And, you know, truth be told, Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko was a great fight. And, you know, I would love to see it do $1 million. But the difference between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko is Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko is a boxing purist fight. Mm-hmm. It's not a casual fight. It's not, you know, it's not guaranteed to end in knockout. It's not guaranteed to be fast-paced, non-stop action. In fact, it's more likely to be high-speed chess. And so that has a different type of appeal to it. But I hope that fight does well, because it's another great fight that deserves to do well. Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, that fight did a decent amount of numbers, and I'm happy for that. But I want the big fights to be rewarded in this sport, because boxing isn't dead. Fans are just not paying for garbage anymore. You can't sell us bull. We know the prices. We're not buying the BS no more. Salute to Ryan Garcia. Salute to Gervonta Tank Davis for making a big fight, for coming through and putting on a great show. Respect to both gentlemen. Well deserved. All right. Anyone have anything to add? All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you can listen to our podcast on all major streaming services. Please join us in the next segment when we talk about Oscar De La Hoya saying that Ryan Garcia is the face of boxing, and Ryan Garcia's comments about his future with Golden Boy. We are the Boxing Bros.